Have you ever wondered how pioneers and natives traded along the California Trail? Well, we'll get into that, but we're going to start from the very beginning. When people found out about gold in California, they wanted to make their journey westward. One of the ways that they can make their journey westward was by traveling along the California Trail. So they started off in a town like this here, and this is a jumping off town in Missouri. They gathered all the supplies that they believed they needed to travel that trail. The California Trail was roughly 2,000 miles, and you would be traveling that trail for about 5 to 6 months. And so you wanted to make sure you had enough supplies. Now, what happens if you didn't have enough supplies? So we're gonna jump off from this town and onto the California Trail. We made it onto the California Trail. And so what you can actually see behind me here is a trading scene. The natives and the pioneers definitely had their hardships with each other, but they actually found a middle ground where they can trade items for things that they needed or wanted with each other. And you can actually see this here. You can see the native holding some clothes that the pioneer traded him for some beads right over here that the native made. And so these items were traded whether if they wanted those items just because they thought they were beautiful, or they could even trade items for what they needed to survive along the California Trail. And so you might be wondering, how did they communicate with one another if they spoke different languages? Well, there's a thing called a bridge language. And a bridge language is where two people speak two different languages, and that bridge language brings those languages together where they can communicate what they need together. And so this bridge language is known as American Indian Sign Language, and so that allowed them to communicate with each other on what they needed. Some of those sign languages can be you, want, exchange, and then the other person can respond yes, or they can say no. They can also say you give me, or they can say I give you. And this was a great way to communicate with each other for survival on the trail or what they needed. And so if you are interested to learn more about the California Trail, let us know in the comments below other videos that you might be interested in or that you want to learn more about from the California Trail.